Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Mike the Muppet Modeler here, and before we get going I'd like to say a massive thank you to all my subscribers, new and existing. Without you guys the channel wouldn't be worth doing, and we wouldn't be on nearly 1,530 subscribers, so that's absolutely amazing. Thank you very much. Yesterday, well over the weekend now, I went to Telford. I entered my Dauntless and B17 diorama into the competition. Unfortunately, neither of them placed, but I wasn't going with any expectations, so I didn't come away disappointed, so which was really good. Mainly, I wanted to put them in just to be seen, really, so it all came out good. However, I didn't have a lot of money to spend, so but I did make one purchase, which is here. So I thought I'd do an unboxing and kit review while I'm at it. So here we go. Something a little bit different for me. It is the Hobby Boss A-6A Intruder 1/48 scale. I've seen a couple of these finished on YouTube, and they do look rather nice. I did see this in a movie years and years and years ago, this actual plane. And ever since seeing it, I have thought about doing one at some point, so I was quite pleased to be able to get it, and it was only 35 quid, so even better. So yeah, as I said, Hobby Boss A-6A Intruder, length of 348 millimeters, so nearly 350 or 35 centimeters. And a wingspan of 336.5 millimeters. Lovely box art, looks really nice. On the side we have a bit of information about the Intruder, and that's one of two schemes that you can do in this kit. Box art again on the side, and that's the other scheme, and the same information in Japanese, with this product only suitable for ages 14 only, above 14, blah blah blah. And on the other end exactly the same. So there we go, it's now upside down, but here's what we get in the box. Instructions, clear parts, a little bit of photo etch, more clear parts, two more bags of clear parts. Box is packed well with plastic, and in the bottom we've got a colour call out sheet for the weaponry, and a colour call out sheet for the aircraft itself for the two schemes, and decal sheet, two decal sheets, one for the munitions I would think, and one for the aircraft itself. So I shall put those to one side for now. And we'll have a look at the model and the screws. So let's bring it in a little bit, not too much because I don't want to be going out of shot every time. got a little bag, carrier bag down here to my left, which I'll put all the rubbish in. Plastic looks nice. I can't see any flash. Nice detail. Recessed panel lines and rivet detail, which is good. Nice open panel here. I might see if I can add a little bit more detail in there, and maybe in there if I can. Don't know if that's going to be open in the end, so we'll have to see about that. But there is some detail in there. I don't think I can get a light or a camera angle with the light for you to be able to see that, but hopefully you'll be able to see the rivets, the rivet detail and the panel lines on there. Looks really nice actually. They're not very pronounced. They're quite there's a lot of rivet detail, but it's not very yeah, pronounced. It's quite light on the surface, so any sanding would wipe it away quite quickly, I would think. But that's nice. So two fuselage halves, I would think they're like the engine covers, the engine cowls. That looks nice anyway. Obviously the main thing will come when it comes to building. Here we have the nose section and cockpit instrument panel. The nose is in two halves, so hopefully that'll go nice together nicely. There'll still be some work to do on it to get it without the seam. These little tabs really bug me. Like on here, there, on the end of this part here, on the top of this part here. I'll just find them annoying. Nice detail on I would assume they're air brakes. That's good. Nice cockpit instrument panel detail as well. Really, really nice. Right, we have two sprues in the next bag. I would assume they're both the same. Well, it looks like they're both the same. Because of a weird angle, I'll cut through one side of the plastic. Right, as I thought, two ejector seats, two sprues exactly the same. So I think we've got, this is the top, probably the ejector handle part that goes on top of the seat. Got the seat back and seat, your bum part of the seat. Obviously you've got a wheel, tail wheel, a few little greeblies. these are the bits that I'm on about, like there. You've got them on each end of here, and like, they're just a pain. Especially making sure you don't trim them off where they shouldn't be trimmed off. And on here. But other than that, it looks like quite nice detail. Seat sides. Got nice detail on them. So, looking good so far, guys and girls, obviously, goes without saying. All you fellow modelers out there, I have no idea what that could be. I have 3 of these. Now I think that part and that part have to come off. So I think they might be to do with the landing gear. I think that bit's got to come off as well. So I think this piece, and this piece have to be cut away, taken off. So you've got 2 of those, which I would say are for the rear, the main landing gear, and this one probably for the nose gear. Very similar, just have to take that and that off, I think, I would say. Not a lot to that. Here we have all parts of the engines, I think. Air intakes and the like. Again, very nice. Some nice detail on it. Some raised rivets. Some recessed rivets on there. Hopefully you can see. Nice lines in those. I think all the parts of the intakes and everything, they're all in halves or halves. All looking really nice. Cool. Next up we have the wings. What is that? I think it must be. Got the wing sections with the the gear bays. Lovely rivet lines on them and detail. Hopefully I can get it so you can see them. Nice, no flash, just these little knobbly bits to take off. Obviously ejector pin marks on the insides where they're not going to be seen anyway, so that's all good. nicely detailed. But then I do like Hobby Boss as well, so I will mention that I'm not sponsored by Hobby Boss or anyone else. The kit was bought out of my own pennies, and if I'd had a lot more pennies I would have bought a load more kits, because there was so much I wanted to get. There's the cockpit tub, which is upside down compared to everything else. This is a rear panel that goes behind the cockpit, comes away from the cockpit like that. That's the dash instrument panel cover. I think maybe this part goes in, I don't know, in a wheel bay or something like that, maybe. There's loads of little bits. Don't know. All to do with the undercarriage legs, instrument panel parts, or maybe console panel parts. This is to do with the undercarriage, this part here, I think, and maybe this bit, and these two bits for the other one, and this. So I think it's all to do with the wheels, or most of it is anyway. All very nice, nicely detailed. Cockpit tub. And can I get this bit here? Got some nice detail on the top of there. Very nice. Forward wheel bay, I reckon, and main gear bay, more console or gear bay or whatever details, because there's two of those, so I would think that's where they go. Munitions pylons, flaps, refueling probe, and some more detailed internal parts here, I think maybe for the main gear bay, but I'm not sure, so I can't say definitively. We just have to wait and see where they go when it's built. But really nice, some nice detail, nice panel lines again, nice rivet detail. So that's all good. Then we have the wings. Now I think you can actually do the wings either out or up or out, so I don't know how I would do it at the moment. I quite like the idea of them being up, but I also quite like the idea of them being down, so but I'm sure we will sort it when it comes to it. Support parts for the wings, depending on how you want to do them. Very nice detail on them. You can see that in the light. Then we've got 4 sprues of munitions. There's no real detail on those, so I won't bother taking them out of the bag. Don't think there's a lot of point. There's not really a lot of point taking these ones out really either, I don't think. So I'll leave them in the bags, saves faffing around. That's quite nice. Right, we have nice photo etch fret. Bit of added detail. It's like the rear view mirrors. Not sure if that's seatbelt parts, I don't think it is. Oh, there is seatbelt parts, so cool. Really nice, can do that. Now I'm not going to take these out because I don't want them breaking off and getting lost or anything. Tiny clear parts, as you'd expect from a 148 kit. Now we have cockpit canopy. Don't know whether to take this out or not. Do I? Or do I just leave it? No, go on. Take one out. Now that looks really nice. Really nice. So I think you've got that one. Watch me muff this up now. Try and get it back in. Going to elongate it. Oops. Should have just cut it off the sprue, shouldn't I, really? That's okay. And we have this one. like so. And that looks really, really nice. There's no blemishes or anything on that. Absolutely lovely. Really, really nice. Nice rivet detail, everything. Keep that covered up. Right, what should we go for next? Right, we have the colour call out sheet for the two schemes. And that one. I think I'm going to do that one just because it's the USS Enterprise version. I think that's what I'm going to do. And you've got the weapon sheet. It's only one side, but I think from what I've seen you get the decals to go on there. But I would probably paint the yellow lines anyway myself, and the green on the nose if I intend to load it up. Then last but not least, we've got the instructions, the usual read before you do anything, how to apply decals or decals, and what the symbols mean. Then we have the sprue call out. They are undercarriage parts in that little bag, as I thought. There are a load of parts which won't be used as well. So then, as with most cockpits, start with the ejector seats. Gives you the colours. Mr. Hobby or Mr. Hobby colours. I think it's is it Mr. Hobby? I think it is. Gives you the colours. Then you've got the cockpit tub with the consoles, console parts, the colours, the joystick controls, input in the ejector seats. There's the part that goes on the back. There's a few bits to add to that, which I would probably do all that before putting the cockpit, adding it to the cockpit, and I would probably do that before adding the ejector seats, because I would want to have it all painted up. Then you've got the instrument panel and the cover. I might see if I can detail that up a little bit more as well, depending on what the real one's like. Then on to the landing gear. That's the nose undercarriage. Nose undercarriage bay and sides. Excuse me. We've got the left main undercarriage. They put some nice little stickers over this, so it must have been wrongly printed, I would think, at one stage or another. Add in the surrounds to those parts to make them stronger as well. So you've got left main undercarriage, right main undercarriage, a few sections to do in both. So, but that's all good. Then you've got the right fuselage half with the engine and intake and air brake. I don't know, it says cut and remove there, so I would think that means the thin plastic in the groove, so that the air brake can either go in to the holes and stick out maybe, or lay flat, I would assume, if you don't want to have it out. I don't know. But we shall see. So right fuselage, left part of the fuselage, obviously a mirror image of that one. And then we have the radar and everything for the nose. That's the part that I didn't know what it was for. Nicely got some nice detail on there, so that can all come out really well. Putting in the nose wheel and the arrestor hook bay, along with the vertical stabilizer. And you've got what it was then. Then it's the wing build. It says you have an option here, use one or the other, depending on being one of the flaps. So that depend on whether you want the flaps retracted or extended. That's all. This is all the left wing, so you've got more vents or intakes to build up and insert. This part here to go in for having the wings bent up. And the same for the other side, the right wing. Maybe you don't actually get the option to have the wings down. I don't know. On this one you've got the gear door, nose gear doors going in. Left wing and right wing attachment. Seems all pretty straightforward, minimal fuss and sections and parts to do. Left wing, remove the front tab bits, inserting the parts for having the wing bent. Gives you two options with the flaps up and with them extended. That's good. So that's the left wing. There's the right wing, same again, flaps up, flaps extended. I'll leave you to pause it if you want to have a look at that in better detail. Then there's some small fans to go on top of the wing, horizontal stabilizers, pitot tube, oh you can, and there's a rod to go in if you want the wings down, so you can have the wings down or up. And there's a bent one if you like, an angled one, let's put it that way, that's better, sounds better doesn't it, an angled one for if you're having the wings up, which I would like to do. Give me practice for doing the Corsairs, where one of them will have to be down anyway and one up, so that'd be good. There's some little bits there going on the internal part of the wing with it up. Then we have the canopy, a few parts including the photo etched rear view mirrors, some internal mechanism parts, fitting the nose to show off the radar and everything in there, then fitting the canopy in the windshield, which as we saw looked really nice. Adding steps to both sides, or ladders, which I will do because I plan to show all the details, so I will probably have the wings up anyway. Got the refueling probe going on the top of the nose, photo etch to make up the ladders. Then we have the undersides of the engines, and a bit more detail to go in front of the nose wheel there, and the hatch part to go at the rear in front of the arrestor hook. And installing the rear undercarriage, or the main gear, main undercarriage, and the doors. And some no. All parts of the gear bay. There's the pylons, adding and then building up and adding those. 5 pylons to do. Except this one here and this one here goes right on the join of the wing, so those won't be there doing the wings folded up, but that one and the internal ones will be, and I could do that one in the middle as well. Then we have steps 27 to 32 are building up the munitions. And that's a pylon there for the smaller bombs, and then it shows you which weapons should go on which pylons, so you can't get that wrong, which is a good idea, I think. So you can have a centerline fuel tank on that one, or 3 Mark 81s and 3 Mark 20s down the center, and then you can like work out what you want to go on there for that. So the A-6 Intruder looks like a nice kit, looks like going to be a nice build. Hopefully, if it goes like any other hobby boss kit that I've built, it will be really nice. So I'm looking forward to it. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and hope you liked the video, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye for now. And to all of you guys who have been sat there and watched the whole video and are screaming at the telly, I forgot the decals, didn't I? So I'll show you them now. There we go. They look really, really nice. There's not a lot of carrier film around the outsides, which is good. That'll be interesting because all that is all in one. Obviously that'll be the one, USS Navy Enterprise. USS Enterprise Navy, should I say. A lot of no step stickers. Battery access, flush static port, walkway, step release, hand grip, trans and dump pump access. Loads of really nice detail on that. I think you'll agree that those look a bit nicer than just that. Although on a black tail, that'll look really nice. And there we go. All for the munitions. Centerline fuel tank, side fuel tanks, Mark 82s, Mark 20s, GBU 8s, M117s, and there's some really tiny writing there which I can't read because my eyesight is absolutely shocking. You got the lines to go around the front of the bombs, and which I wouldn't use anyway because I would paint them or airbrush them. I think it looks better. So yeah, there you go. Two nice decal sheets, and with that, that is the lot now. So having messed that up royally, I shall now say goodbye, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye for now.